You know, she's been a familiar voice on the airwaves across West Michigan and beyond for more than 40 years, bringing the laughs, the stories, and the heart to so many loyal listeners.
Yeah, and she's also deeply involved in the community, from serving on boards to emceeing events. My friend cares about West Michigan, and she's leaving a legacy that goes far beyond her work in the studio. Today, we are celebrating the illustrious career of Michelle McKormick. Her last day on WLAV is tomorrow. And being the queen that she is, she requested that she sit on that side of this couch.
It's my good side. Look at that. Who is that heinous person?
You're saying radio people have good sides. That's
yeah,
interesting.
I know.
Okay.
Right? Very few. Very few. Todd, very few have good sides. But the ones who do get to get 40 plus years.
All right. There you go. She's earned the good side.
Right.
Absolutely. So talk to us about what happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I started in radio, at GRD 42 years ago. I was 19, I was going to Central Michigan, and I brought in my air check tape, and it didn't work. So I had to go audition down in the basement of the Waters building to be on WGRD, and they put me on the AM, and then they put me on the FM. And it went from there. And I've always been lucky to be like, oh, behind a mic, oh, look at me, oh, and then 4 weeks ago, I just signed a 4-year deal, which is great. 4 weeks ago, they said, hey, can we talk to you for a minute? So I go into and they turn around a screen, and there's whoever from HR in another state that I don't even know. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I don't think. So they said, we're eliminating your position. And I had talked about maybe retiring in a few years, but now I'm not gonna.
Right.
Just because I haven't. No, but so that is what happened. But they allowed me to stay on for a month, which is very kind, because radio people, as Todd knows, because he's done it, can be very unpredictable. I mean, and it can be a brutal business, and there are people who could be like, but they were kind enough to let me do that. And so it's been the most fun month, and it's Michelle and Travis has been just a blast. And sadly, we're having our best shows. Wow. Now that it's time to go, now that it's time to go, we're like, now we don't care. So it's caution to the wind. So
well, kind of the writing on the wall. Back in '98, deregulation happened, all the stations started getting bought up, and then automation happened, and now you got streaming, and now you got AI people delivering stuff. Let's talk about what we're missing here, because back in the day, there was a local connection with a human that had heart, that was in your community, and I just feel like it might not be important to the people who own the radio stations, but it sure was important to the people who lived here.
Well, it really still is. And I almost felt like, oh, they don't care. Oh, there's Kevin Gossett. Look at that. And I almost felt like they don't care, that, oh, nobody cares anymore, until the outpouring of love for leaving. I mean, it is important, one-on-one, and nobody can talk about local market except people who live here and connect with the local market, and I still am a big believer in that. I really am. And I think that the face-to-face is coming back. You see these 20-somethings, they're doing these knitting clubs now and book clubs. They call them meet cutes. But it's coming back, so that is still really important. I think it's making a comeback, but corporate doesn't see it that way. We have somebody who purchased our debt who went, name on a spreadsheet. And and plus the money that you bring at a local level when you have endorsements with clients, so that's, it's crazy. It's a crazy business, but it is nice. I have a lot of really good friends in the business all over the country, and they've all reached out recently. So there are some options still in radio. Still people listen to radio. As long as it's in your car, you're listening.
Yeah.
Still people do.
I still listen every day on my way to work to your show. I might only get a small clip, but I love it. And you are from this area. You grew up here.
And I'm funny. Let's be honest. I'm funny.
Are you just doing this whole week a trip down memory lane? Are you just doing the best of the coolest
people you met?
It kind of
is. You know what? I found air checks. We used to tape ourselves, and you know what that is. Yeah. We used to, when the mic went on, a little cassette. And I have a cassette that you'd send people. This is my stuff on here. But I have an air check. I have 50 of them. Well, I have 500 of them, but I brought 50 of them in, and I made the mistake of not putting the year, so I'm like, what partner is this?
Goodness.
Oh, that's Kevin Matthews. Oh my God, this is me and Kevin Matthews. What partner is this? Oh, that was Eric O'Brien. What partner is this? Oh, that's Dave Kent. I'm like, I don't know until so we've been doing that all morning and listening to you send out a demo tape. Oh my God.
It's bad, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's painful to listen to your own demo tape, I think,
It is.
sometimes. Yeah.
I
Radio
radio
went
went
down.
VHS, so I can't watch any of them.
Radio went down when Todd left. It took a big hit. But
Well, I got let go for the same reason, so don't feel bad about it.
yeah.
That's something we're all kind of familiar with
Yeah.
in the business as a whole. So, right? I mean, you talk about what's next. What do you, I mean, obviously the Two Michelles, One Question.
I mean, you got a podcast, right?
We do this
Yeah, I mean-
podcast, Michelle and I. Two Michelle's, one question. It's a banger. It's great.
It is a banger.
It's great.
But-
And I don't know. I have some people have reached out, so we'll see. Podcasting is a big thing, and there's a lot of big podcast networks that have reached out. There's a guy in Los Angeles. He works at KLOS, and his name is Frank. And my first partner's name was Frosty, and it's Frank and Frosty and Heidi, and they're this huge show, and they made a ton of money. But Frank was just a kid, and I said, "Hey, Frank, come in the studio with us and be on the air." So he hasn't forgotten that. So he now owns this big podcast conglomeration. He's like, "Well, I'll put you on my podcast," So we'll see. There are
Right.
options, and it's being so many jerks in this business, and it's just it's hard to be nice. But if you are nice, people do call you.
I was going to say it's a testament to you.
It's true. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
absolutely, right? When you're nice, it's like, oh my goodness, this person's nice, and we're going to help her out because you've helped out so many
It's an
people.
can be an egomaniacal business, but it can also be really fun. And I mean, I just have felt lucky, and it has been fun. And I know I won't say, like I said, I won't say journey, and I won't say manifest, and I
Right.
won't say stay tuned, but I will say I am not done.
Thank you.
Young
Thank you.
tomorrow on LAV though, so tune in. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Right.
the show.
Yeah.
So thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
guys.
We love you.
Thanks for having me. God, that's so nice. Thanks for letting me switch sides with you.
Oh my gosh,
This is
I
a
can't
better-
tell you how uncomfortable I am sitting here
Look,
right
there's a
now.
gap,
That's
there's
how
a-
much I love you.
I know.
You're the only guest that's ever done it.
Oh, you had to move seats. Come on.
TV people are divas.
I'm a diva. That's fine.
I know.
Love you.
Anyway, thanks you guys.